What's going on, guys? Today we're back with a new video, and in today's one we have some information about what to expect in DayZ standalone for 2021. So on Saturday the 19th of September, Scotty from the DayZ dev team was on the DayZ Podcast Christmas episode, and he joined to have a chat with the guys on the podcast, and he also was asked if there was any information or updates he could give about what we were planning to see in 2021 for DayZ. He had some stuff to go through, and I've created a list of all the most important things here, so we will go through them and see what they're like. So the roadmap for DayZ 2021 is currently still in production. They can't go too much into depth with the roadmap, obviously, without leaking stuff and all that stuff, but he was still able to give us a bit of information. So what the plan is to follow the roadmap that they kind of had for 2020 with 4 updates in the year, along with hot fixes and more fixes during the year. That's the way they want it to be able to be done. They're also going to have a healthy balance of new content along with a ton of more bug fixes. The next update, which will be 1.11, will release sometime in February. There has been no confirmed release date for it as of yet, but once we get one, or once the update drops, there'll be videos on the channel here about everything in the update. The first update for 2021 is going to be a very, very heavy health check for the game. They want to fix bugs from small to very, very big ones. Cars and vehicles in general are a very, very big focus for the first update in 2021, which would be DayZ 1.11. So hopefully, after a very long time, cars will stop flying and they will land back down on the ground once again. And everybody can stop complaining about them, which would be a brilliant thing to see. But, nothing is 100% confirmed yet, but we do know vehicles are being looked at quite a lot for the first update in February, so hopefully it will fix all the desync issues with it, and if it does, it's going to make the game 100 times better. They said there is also going to be an increase of community events throughout the year, so not just the Halloween ones and the Christmas ones, but other ones spread in between as well, just to be able to give everybody something to do if they're getting a little bit bored of the game, which I think is a great idea. They also said that they do want to look into the next gen console version of DayZ. Obviously, once they get to grips with the new hardware that is in the next gen consoles, they want to be able to see if there's any way they can improve the game on those next gen consoles. Nothing has been confirmed or anything as to what they're going to be able to do with it. We won't know until they get a good look in both the new Xbox and the PlayStation to see what they can change in the multiplayer side of it. For DayZ version 1.11, which will come out sometime in February, it is mainly going to be just a massive health check for the game. From small bug fixes to big bug fixes, there isn't going to be many features in it, we have been kind of told. It's mainly going to be a big fix list. I'm not honestly too annoyed about that. I'd rather them fix, things like vehicles and just small little bits and pieces around, clothing, clipping through certain clothing, and gameplay improvements, and hopefully they fix zombie and gunplay improvements as well. That would be amazing if they were able to do stuff like that. So yes, there mightn't be very little content in the first update of the year, but honestly, if the game runs better and everything just works better and looks better in the first update of the year, I would take that over new guns or anything any day. They are going to be obviously looking more into base building down the road, adding more features to that and stuff as well. They weren't able to give any details away, but sometime down the road they are definitely looking into it. As they said, they have a long list of things to do, and it kind of goes by priority, so it'll just keep going bit by bit. So yeah, pretty exciting news for DayZ in 2021 so far. It'd definitely be cool to see what they can come out with. I'm looking forward to the health check. I hope it fixes a lot of stuff in the game, makes the game overall better. And it'll be interesting to see what they'll be able to do on the next gen consoles and stuff as well. There was also some other questions asked about modding support for consoles. They asked a question about having extra maps and stuff like that for console. They said as well, there's nothing much they can discuss here at the moment, as it all is currently being worked on behind closed doors, but they do have an ambition to be able to make extra content for the console players and the PC players, for everyone in general. And it is definitely in their to-do list, but the only problem is when it comes to having stuff like mods on console as well, is that they are restricted to what they have in the game assets. They can only use stuff that is in the game assets. So, you know, if there isn't any extra guns or stuff in the actual game files itself, they can't, you know, mod stuff in. It doesn't look like console players will be getting proper mods anytime soon because, you know, Sony and Microsoft just don't allow it. It's more deeper than you think. It's not just the DayZ devs being quote-unquote lazy all the time, as you hear people saying. It's issue with higher up in Sony and Microsoft allowing permissions and stuff like that. So it's a lot more complex and complicated than you would actually think. So, you know, next time you're out there wondering why mods aren't on console, don't be giving the devs such a hard time, because they're just doing and working with what they have. One other question that was asked to the devs is, have the devs ever worked with modders? It has been said by Scotty that the devs do work with modders, or they either are working with them now or have worked with them in the past. So yes, devs do work with modders from time to time on certain situations. So it is cool that, you know, modders out there actually do have a bit of an influence in the game and stuff. So it's going to be a good year for DayZ in 2021. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be able to drive cars once again. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. And don't forget to like the video, share it around, and subscribe if you really enjoyed it. And until then, I should catch you guys in the next one. So peace out for now.